Palma. Oh,
Oh,
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes.
wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Just posterized by
After a heated battle between Abra and Pampanga, we turn our attention to the home team, the Quezon Huskers, as they host the Basilan Star Horse here at the Lucena Convention Center. A great day of basketball capped by this matchup between two South Division teams. Alex Cabagnot making his return to the Basilan lineup. He takes on LJ Gonzalez na tumakbo muna sa locker room bago ang laban na to. No? The Quezon Huskers trying to solidify their hold of top spot in the South Division. They battled the Basilan Star Horse, who are coming off a stunning loss just early this week. And yan po ang ating laban. Sa Daf Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And syempre, magandang gabi sa mga kaliga natin na nanonood sa YouTube and on Solar Sports. A very important game here for Basilan, trying to bounce back against Quezon Huskers, Javi. And it's just a very difficult outing kasi makakalaban nila number 1 team in the South.
Tama ka dyan. And especially right now that they're really trying to gather enough wins to have a spot in the top 8. Gusto nila na doon sila makarating, hindi lang sa play-in tournament. No? Importante para sa kanila na hindi na sila dumaan doon sa hirap na yon. But in their way, the Quezon Huskers, who are also coming off a loss against Rizal earlier in the week. So Basilan has to be wary about Quezon venting their ire on them. So they're gonna have to work double time in this game.
Oh, no. Let's bring in our courtside reporter, Miss Quezon herself, Andrea Indicio. Andrea, kamusta yung dalawang kupunan natin going into this matchup?
That is right, guys. Two teams coming off a loss, kaya naman pareho silang gigil na gigil to get back in that winning column. Para nga dito sa Quezon Huskers, Coach Richie Ticzon mentioned to me the key factor or yung biggest factor nga daw to get the W in this game is to stop the outside shooters of Basilan, namely Navarro, Hoson, Calo, and of course, we cannot forget about their bigs. Para naman dito sa Basilan, Coach Rich Alvarez expressed a little bit of disappointment, especially coming after that big win against Pampanga na hindi nga nila na-sustain in their previous game. Buti na nga lang daw at babalik ang kanilang stabilizer of the team, namely Jervy Cruz. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. Welcome back para dito kay Jervy Cruz. Missed the last game against Bacolod. He was sorely missed in that game. Tingnan muna natin ang team standings dito, and it's very tight from number 2 down to number 8.
Yeah.
Oo, no? Medyo mahigpit ang ating race dyan. Quezon 16-4, no, hindi ka rin makakasigurado kasi may mga kupunan din na maganda yung pinapakita ngayon. Lalo na yung Rizal that is coming off a big win last night.
Yeah, itong Basilan hoping to get win number 11 tonight and try to move closer to the Mindoro Tamaras for that 7th spot. And they actually still have a chance to make it possibly as high as number 5. But that, of course, depends on the result of their coming games, especially this one against Quezon.
Let's, tingnan natin yung dalawang kupunan and how they stack up statistically going into this matchup, Javi. And, Quezon has taken a lot of pride with their defense, and it's a league best 67.7 points allowed. Javi, Basilan naman, number 2 in assists, and that's their strength as well.
Yeah, Quezon's constant rotation of their men on the floor has given them a lot of fresh legs to be able to keep up with the defensive schemes that they want game in and game out, while itong Basilan, number 2 and number 4 in both rebounds and assists respectively. So dyan talaga sila kumukuha ng lakas when they rebound that basketball and they're able to dish it out to the open floor and get things going quickly. That's where they're hard to stop.
Okay, so yan na po, nahimay na po namin ang dalawang kupunan. Let's get ready for battle here. Quezon against Basilan. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starting lineups.
Between Basilan Star Horse and your Quezon Huskers. Live on Solar Sports, this is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao MPBL Season 7. Let's meet the starters first for Basilan Star Horse. Starting at center, number 1, James Tempra. Forward number 3, Raymar Kaduyak. Also at forward number 20, Jervy Cruz. 2-guard number 15, Enzo Hoson. And at 1-guard number 25, Renzo Navarro. The head coach for Basilan is Rich Alvarez. Assistant coaches Melo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Arnel Siap, Janito Caro, and Dan Rose. Team manager is Bernard Young. And now mga kaliga, get on your feet because it's time to meet the starting unit for your Quezon Huskers. Starting at forward, number 77, Gab Banal. Also at forward, number 5, Simon Santagon. Playing center, number 93, Vince Magbuhos. 1-guard, number 2, Judel Fuentes. And the other guard, number 13, LJ Gonzalez. The Quezon Huskers head coaches Eric Gonzalez, assistant coaches Richie Tixon, Ed De La Torre, Luis Velasco, Jonathan De Guzman, Nash Racela, Bernard De Guia, and Jeric Tang. Team manager is Attorney Don Capunan. Team owners, Governor Dr. Helen Tan, Congressman Mike Tan, and Mayor Ralph Lim. Reference for this ball game
Starting
are
5 is brought to you by
Seth
1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Basilan has Enzo Navarro, Enzo Hosso, James Tempra, Jervy Cruz, and Raymar Kaduya. Quezon naman will have LJ Gonzalez, Judel Fuentes, Gab Banal, Vince Magbuhos, and Simon Sandagon. Coach Richie Tixon will call the shots in lieu of Coach Eric Gonzalez. For Quezon in this matchup, our referees are Seb Pingon, Zen Manansala, Efren Nagana, and the fourth person, substitute referee Karina Martin. We are underway at the Lucena Convention Center. Good sized crowd on this Saturday night. Judel Fuentes finds Magbuhos underneath. Well defended by Jervy Cruz. Tempra secures the rebound. Basilan in white. Quezon in orange. Tempra. The tap from Magbuhos. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Navarro. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lorenzo Navarro pinapahirapan ni LJ Gonzalez. And now LJ gets the steal on Jervy Cruz. And LJ Gonzalez will lay it in for 2.
That's the league leading defense going to work early here in this game. Gonzalez getting the steal on Jervy Cruz. He was really in Jervy Cruz's grill, getting that basketball and finishing on the other side.
And 2 wonderful stops to start the game for the Huskers. Gab Banal. Atake si Gab. Gonzalez has it. Rick also unable to recover. LJ finds Gab. Banal for 3. Masyado malakas. Iba nakuha ni Enzo Navarro.
The question for Basilan in this game is, will they try to match Quezon's pace or will they try and slow things down? But we've noticed that when Basilan actually plays quick, they're at their best. Pero nga, when they're going up against a team as quick as Quezon also, can they actually sustain that kind of play?
And Sandagon was looking for Magbuhos. Ball knocked away by Tempra. It will stay with Quezon with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Rich Alvarez, that loss to Bacolod obviously stung dito sa Basilan, and
That was coming off their biggest win of the season against Pampanga.
kaya masakit ang pagkatalo na yon. They go down low. Great passing from the Huskers, and it leads to a wide open 3 from Magbuhos. Mintis nga lang. Nantres na yon. Raymar Kaduyak. Jervy Cruz against Gab Banal. Cruz with a jumper. Basilan is on the board. We're tied at 2.
I think it's important that Jervy Cruz gets going here early para sa Basilan in their quest to try and establish some rhythm early. Because when he knocks down his shots, it enables opportunities for Enzo Hoson to break down the defense.
2.5 minutes gone by. Tabla tayo at 2 apiece. LJ to Vince. Here's Jodel. That's a great shot. Galing kay Jodel Fuentes over Enzo Hoson. Enzo really played him very well there defensively.
Yeah, he's not the flashiest of scorers, but he's so effective because he makes use of those pump fakes really well, and he's got excellent footwork.
And there was a time when Jodel Fuentes was really a walking bucket.
Oh, yeah. Well, he still is. But now a lot more help around him. That's why we don't really see him scoring the way that he did with San Juan. That was his breakout season a couple of years back.
Kaduyak to Cruz. Sandagon with a quick double. Navarro launches and hits.
Little bit out of a shot right there for Lorenzo Navarro with his shot clock winding down.
5-4. Magbuhos, good catch. And a finish. Grabe yung tiwala ni Gab Banal doon na makarating kay Magbuhos ang bola. Attorney Don Capunan and Magnum Membrere there. For the Quezon Huskers, Cruz. Dagon is right there. Enzo Hoson. This is a nice matchup with Jodel Fuentes. Able to hit from off the glass. LJ, labas kay Gab. Baba kay Simon. Sandagon trying to power through, and Jervy Cruz able to complete the stop with a rebound.
Jervy Cruz was sorely missed in that game against Bacolod after Player of the Game honors against Pampanga.
Off the curl. Hoson to Jervy to Navarro. Another 3. Masyado malakas.
Quezon forcing Basilan into now a couple of late shot clock situations here in the first.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
I think that's what Quezon has been really proud about in their stint here in the MPBL. It's the trust that they've built and they continue to build amongst themselves. That's what makes this franchise one of the more elite franchises here in the MPBL.
They won the South Division in only their second season in the league. Cruz off-balance shot won't go. LJ gets away from Navarro. And the foul on Lorenzo Navarro.
And for one, you maybe could say that Abra kind of maybe gotten the idea of this particular formula from Quezon, the particular formula they're using right now to get a lot of young talent from the collegiate ranks.
Natatawa ako minsan pag sabi mo ng Abra eh. Iba yun! Iba yun! Sabi.
Iba yun,
Iba yun!
Iba yun.
Grabe yun!
I was left. I couldn't. I was having a difficult time really parsing my ideas earlier because I didn't know what to say anymore.
Kabagnot is in the game.
How could you analyze those kinds of things? I mean, the other teams here in the league, the top teams here in the league, they've had a hard time really going up against that really loaded squad.
Well, resources help.
Yes,
okay.
that is one.
Resources.
But you know, to get all those egos working with each other for one common goal, that's just been the amazing part.
But again, it's not the ego. They are
Maybe actually no, it's the lack of the egos.
Yeah,
of these
they
guys.
are. I was about to say that they are high character players.
Yes.
By the way, Adi Santos gets away from Sandagon, giving him a dose of his own medicine there.
Yeah, very selfless guys, and high character, selflessness, unselfishness. Those are the kinds of traits that you need to be one of the best here in the league. You're dealing with a lot of very difficult conditions that a regular basketball league doesn't really go through.
We are one of a kind.
Yes, indeed.
A special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Adi Santos makes the first free throw. Even the scoreboard is fun to
Yeah.
pag nakikita ko yung scoreboard dito sa taas.
Very sophisticated here inside the Lucena Convention Center.
4 minutes remaining. Judel able to score and one.
That's the kind of shot he likes taking, those one-hand push shots inside the paint. Excellent setup here off the curl. Just a single screen away there. Gonna get RJ Minerva.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Second basket in the game para kay Judel Fuentes.
5 early points para kay Judel Fuentes. Pinalitan siya dito ni Christian Pagaran. Pahingan din si LJ Gonzalez. Abundo has entered the game. So Eman Calo, Sherwin Concepcion, Alex Cabagnot, Adi Santos, and Enzo Navarro ang 5 sa loob para dito sa Basilan. Sa kabila naman, Will Gozum, RJ Minerva, Francis Tamsi, Concepcion for 3. Pagaran with a rebound. Abundo. Gozum finds Pagaran. 3, yes. And Christian Pagaran makes it a 14-7 lead. Calo misfires. He gets his own miss. Concepcion back to Eman. Calo trying to get past Pagaran. He is fouled. And Eman having a hard time beating the athletic Christian Pagaran off the dribble here, bringing this 3-point shot from Extreme, one-stop shop appliances.
It's not just the athleticism, Sidel, but also the length of Pagaran that's making it difficult for Eman Calo to even try and blow by him. He's had to make an effort in just trying to protect the basketball away from the long arms of Christian Pagaran.
Kaduyak is back sa ating laro. We'll see how the rotation works out here para kay Coach Rich Alvarez. It's been a shortened rotation.
Yeah. Earlier he had used a lot of guys, but here as the season goes down, he's really shortened that substitution pattern of his. While Quezon, they continue to use almost the full strength of their roster every game.
And Jason Opiso and Rodel Gravera and JP Sarao.
Yeah, they are not suited up in this game. Even Diego Dario.
Cabagnot to Eman Calo all day to shoot. No. And look at Adi Santos working so hard on the glass. Sherwin Concepcion will fire and hit.
Hand in the face, no problem. Para kay Sherwin Concepcion, those threes will come in handy in this game for Basilan.
14-10. Tamsi to Gozum. Will to Abundo. There's a switch here. Kaduyak trying to keep Will Gozum out of the low block. Gozum with a fadeaway. And he will get the bounce. Will Gozum.
Quezon's been slowly trying to get Will Gozum back into the thick of things here. And opportunities like that will be crucial for Will in getting back his confidence.
Here's the move from Will Gozum. coming off a more than a year na layoff due to a knee injury.
Last game had 8 points in 15 minutes of play. He's only been averaging close to 5 points per game in his return here for the Huskers.
And RJ Minerva scores. Easy basket.
And no resistance inside the interior para sa Basilan. By the way, RJ's mom wants to greet RJ advance happy birthday tomorrow.
Wow. RJ Minerva. Birthday game. Minerva goes downhill there.
Just an easy catch and go there para kay RJ. But, oh, Alex Cabagnot carving out space.
And points to Diego Dario and Jaggy Gregorio. Gozom inside. Yes. Minerva and Gozom working well together here. The second unit ng Huskers.
This front court combination looking to be very, very beneficial para sa Quezon at this point of the first quarter. You see here Alex Cabagnot one-on-one against Tamsi. Then Minerva tries out to help. He splits the defense and gets it to go. And the quick high-low right here. Abundo going to Minerva and RJ making that quick pass to the cutting Will Gozum.
And 20-12, Calo is at the free throw line.
Basilan struggling from the field in this game. League-leading defense, making it difficult for the Star Horse. They're clogging down the lanes. They're moving their feet laterally, trying to keep it every step of the way. Calo has been one of those guys that has been having difficulty breaking down this Quezon defense.
(20-14) is the count. Minute remaining sa ating first quarter. Quezon with a 6-point lead. Abundo with a jumper. No good. Gozo misses. And Basilan completes the stop. Eman Calo. Kaduyak. Now, they go to Adi Santos. Oh, miscommunication. Here comes Will Gozom. He'll throw it down. Will Gozom pouncing on that mistake from Basilan, to the delight of the crowd here at the Lucena Convention Center. This is a great move of the game, born for greatness.
Dropping the hammer there on the break, and that's off a steal. Defense to offense para kay Will Gozom. Expect him to play extended minutes in this game.
Thompson for three. That won't go. Calo gets it to Kaduyak. Layup rolls in para kay Raymar Kaduyak. That will do it. First quarter in the books. Quezon Huskers off and running here, capitalizing on their speed and their execution in the first period, Javi.
Yeah, their defense also fueling their offense, but it doesn't matter in the half court as well. They've been executing to a T. Sherwin Concepcion had a big-time three-point shot in that first quarter, while this turnover just capped off what was an impressive first quarter showing para kay Will Gozom, finishing it with a slam, helping Quezon to the 6-point lead at the end of one.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We're here in Lucena City, Quezon Province. This is our Fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Just about ready to begin the second quarter. Basilan versus Quezon. The Huskers in front by 6. Kaduyak, Kalo, Santos, Cruz, and Gab Dagango ng 5 for Basilan. Kalo against Tamsi. They were looking for Adi Santos, and Kalo commits the turnover.
I'm not sure who he was supposed to pass to. There was nobody there.
Pagaran, Gozom feeling it. Will Gozom has 8 here in the first half.
And a very efficient clip at that.
Dagangon rises for this 3-pointer. No good. LJ. Extended minutes para kay RJ Minerva and LJ Gonzalez.
He just turned on the jet suddenly there, turning the corner. As soon as he got past that Minerva pick, he was
Mabatiin mo pa lang si RJ Minerva. Nag-shoot na si LJ Gonzalez.
all set already.
Gab will fire. No. Pagaran with a rebound. Gonzalez again. LJ now with RJ. To Francis Tamsi. Back to Minerva. Gonzalez again. 10 seconds to work with. LJ for 3. No. And Gab Dagangon able to secure the rebound para sa Basilan.
That had a good line, but I think Basilan, that's what they want. You want to force Quezon into those late shot clock situations. Don't let the passing throw you off.
0 for 3 from beyond the arc and Basilan to start the second quarter, and Kaduyak had to give up the foul on LJ Gonzalez.
That's the wise choice, because if you're gonna allow Gonzalez to get into the paint there, that's gonna be bye-bye para sa Basilan.
And Gozom and Minerva go back to the bench and they were met by applause from their teammates. And Joshua Yero comes in. So the changes sees Magbos and Sandagon, and Judel Fuentes back on the floor together with LJ and Joshua Yero, who was in the game for the first time. Sandagon now with Judel Fuentes. Fuentes for 3. Yes! He's got a spring in his step.
Yeah,
Judel Fuentes.
he's looking very different in this game. First few shots have been coming in, and he's being set up really well by his teammates.
Navarro gets deep into the paint. Got bailed out by that blocking foul on LJ Gonzalez.
Quezon here forced to go one way on that fake before Judel Fuentes went the other, and that's what gave him the space and time to go for an open look.
Okay, Topping Lagrama reminding everyone whose home is this. Okay, alam mo kay Dave Ildefonso, no. Marwin Taiwan, no. Topping Lagrama, yes.
This is his house.
29-16, Lagrama. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. The play will continue. Topping against Navarro, and this building was ready to erupt kung pumasok yung tres na yun. Fuentes. Nabitawan ng bola. Trying to recover. Nakuha ni Gab Dagangon. Quezon. Down low to Tempra. Yero with a recovery. Quezon comes up with a basketball here. Judel against Gab Dagangon. Back out to Lagrama. Swings it over to Yero for 3. Jervy Cruz with the rebound.
Boy, the passing of Quezon though on that particular possession, really quick and crisp.
Turnaround shot, Gab Dagangon off the glass and in.
Oh, he made that look very easy. I thought that was a difficult look para sa kanya.
Sandagon has it. Hand off to Judel Fuentes. Fuentes, nandun si Hoson, trying to cut him off there. 8 seconds to work with. Oh, a little miscommunication there. It leads to a turnover.
That's a rare turnover for Quezon. Their first of the game. Well, Basilan has already turned the ball over 7 times. You see here Gab Dagangon backing down Josiero and getting it off the glass. Making a difficult shot look easy.
29 to 18. Quick shout out kay Natsumi Lazaro na nanonood ngayon. Galing sa ating kasamang si Val Alegre. Enzo Hoson. Dagangon comes out of the pick.
Yeah, and Guerrero trying to fight through it. Because of that, he was trying to hold on.
(29 to 18). Jervy, they go to Gab against Yero again. Dagangon shoots, no. The ball was loose for a moment. Wow, good catch by Topeng. Sandagon, Lagrama has it. That's a foul on Navarro. It's just hard to keep up with Topeng Lagrama and his size 8 shoes.
I still continue to get amazed with how he's able to put a lot of difficulty on the heels of his defenders.
Lagrama against Cabagnot. They go to Sandagon inside. Simon, left-handed reverse. And hindi po sa shoot ni Sandagon yun, ha? Sa galaw ni Topeng bago ang pasa kay Sandagon.
Size 8 shoes talaga. Confirmed yan.
Confirm yan. Nakasay lagi. Size 8.
Ang dali makaharap naman ng sapatos kung ganon.
8 or 8.5.
Ayun.
Ayop, may tawad ka eh.
Depende daw sa model.
Medyo masikip to Sabrina eh. Baka 8.5 siya dito. Lagrama, 15 on the shot clock. Magbuhos. Judel Fuentes is open. That's a 3. And Coach Rich knew it. If he had a choice, he would have blocked that shot.
He already knew the moment that he was left wide open there that it would be an automatic bucket para kay Judel Fuentes. Hoson got lost in the rotation.
Jervy against Simon. That's a tough shot. Rebound ni Yero. Lagrama running with friends here. Play broken up. Topeng with a jumper. Could not convert.
Hindi pa nga na-shoot, naghihiyawan na yung mga tao dito eh.
Under 4 minutes to play. 34 to 18. Navarro for 3. One and done lang para dito sa Basilan.
There hasn't been much execution for an open shot here para sa Basilan.
Lagrama. They clear out the left side here. Topeng, bagsak si Magbuhos. Topeng saves it. Fires and misses. Rebound nakuha ni Alex Cabagnot. The crunch man against Yero. Tempra. 8 seconds to work with. Cabagnot. He is just so clever.
Oh,
Alex Cabagnot.
I thought that was going to count.
I thought so too. Should have been continuation there.
Referee Chef Bingol being very emphatic on that no count.
Dribble pa ba si Alex doon? I thought
Hindi.
it should have been continuation.
Yeah, he was already in motion for the shot.
At the very least, give it a check.
Yeah. They didn't even bother to.
Pastoran is in the game for the first time. Jimboy. We go to Cabagnot. Alex inside the paint. Cabagnot will miss. Minerva could not save it. It will stay with Basilan.
A lot of difficulty for Basilan to try and get shots here. Quezon's defense continuing to stay elite.
Pastoran goes to Adi Santos. That's an air ball. Calo saves it to Adi. 2 seconds. Cabagnot has to fire. No. And Minerva secures the rebound for Quezon. Abundo has replaced Topeng Nagrama. Minerva now with Judel Fuentes against Eman Calo. Sandagon against college teammate Tempra. Sandagon forceful inside. Masyado malakas.
Wow.
Rebound ni Abundo.
He just got that one over Adi Santos.
Judel. What a move. Fuentes with a getaway.
Kung titingnan mo si Judel, kala mo hindi player eh, no? Pero pag naglaro na, my God, talagang mabibighani ka sa mga galaw niya eh.
Only 2 points in the quarter for Basilan. Pastoran will fire. No. Tempra inside. Trying to finish on the other end, and James Tempra scores.
It's been a great struggle offensively for Basilan.
Minute and a half left here in the first half. They go to Sandagon. Simon inside. And I like the way ito si Simon has really imposed his will inside the paint, not settling for those push shots, Javi.
Yeah, he has taken it upon himself to go for those higher percentage shots dahil alam niya namang merong titira naman ng mga tira sa labas eh. Meron namang titira from mid-range. His job is to make sure that things get going inside the paint.
38 to 22. Oh, Fuentes is there. The runner won't work. Minerva. The tap goes to Eman Calo. There's time here para sa Basilan. And Adi Santos able to seal Sandagon. The foul given up by Simon Sandagon. Wala pa sa penalty ang Quezon. Only the 4th team foul for them. This is the play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
You have to be you have to be paying attention to Judel Fuentes the entire time he has that basketball. You don't know what he has up his sleeve when he's controlling that rock.
Oh, lalo na yung shot fake. Ang galing ni Judel sa
Yeah,
ganun.
it's important that you stay down on those fakes. Kundi talagang he's gonna make you pay.
Uh, 38 to 22. LJ Gonzalez is back on the floor. Probably para sa isa pang conversion dito. Para dito sa Quezon Huskers. Cabagnot misses at the line. Diego Dario and Jaggy Gregorio there. There's Jaggy.
Chill na chill lang yung outfit
Para-
eh. No?
para
Para
si-
magbe-beach lang.
Oo. Parang yung parang si Juanito Gregorio lang. Who we miss here, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. The taller version.
Yeah. Who you see often also.
Oh yeah,
rather.
all the time.
38 to 23. 15-point lead for the Huskers. 9-second differential. Or 11-second differential game clock and shot clock. Calo trying to overplay Judel. Judel will fire short. The tap ends up with LJ. Gab, the touch pass. 11 seconds on the shot clock for Quezon. Coach Richie will try to draw up a play here for the Huskers as they try to extend this 38-23 lead. We're back here in the Lucena Convention Center. Our MPBL president and founder Manny Pacquiao is back. He's back after it's been a while since we saw him in an MPBL game. Matagal-tagal din, no? He went out to the States for training in his fight against Mario Barrios, and then it was a draw, and then there was people were impressed with his performance. We were impressed.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. And he made he made sure to tell everybody that this won't be his last fight.
Oo. Timeout ulit. 14 seconds remaining in the second period. We'll be right back. On the shot clock. Inbound for Quezon. They go to Will Gozo and a foul on Eman Calo.
Yeah, that's a foul that they can give.
Only the third team foul for the Basilan Star Horse. They have a timeout here if they want to. They will. Quezon can use up the clock here. Judel Fuentes and Eman Calo trying to battle for position there. LJ Gonzalez, Gabanal, extra pass. Thompson, the step back three. Got it! Now Thompson makes it an 18-point lead for the Quezon Huskers. What a way to close out the second period para sa Quezon Huskers. Extra pass from Gab, and then a sidestep three from Thompson. 41-23 at the break. Quezon in command here in Lucena. We'll be right back.
back inside the Lucena Convention Center for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Andrea Indisha, and right now, we will be having our halftime interview together with the assistant coach of the Quezon Huskers, Coach Jeric Teng, and of course, the co-team owner of the Basilan Star Horse, Sir Vic Reyes. Thank you so much po, gentlemen, for joining me here at the half. Unahin ko na po muna si Sir Vic. Sir, although coming off a loss in that Bacolod game, nakita po natin yung potential ng team in that Pampanga game. What can you say about that regarding that matter?
Yes, oo, nagpakita naman talaga yung Star Horse Basilan ng potential dun sa Pampanga game. Kaso nga lang medyo coming short dun sa Bacolod game. Although, kaya pa naman, madami pang oras, 2 quarters pa ang remaining. Kaya go lang, Team Basilan.
Yes, sir. And we are hoping for more consistency from the Basilan Star Horse. Sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Binabati ko po yung mga kababayan ko sa bayan ng San Narciso and also si Mayor Jules Hataman of Basilan. Thanks also to Boss Jackson Chua, ang aming team manager, team owner din. And also sa lahat ng players ng Basilan and all the coaches, good luck, laban lang.
Maraming salamat po ulit, Sir Vic Reyes. Punta naman tayo kay Coach Jeric. Coach, alam naman natin na medyo tight na yung race in that number 1 spot in the South Division. After that loss against Rizal, how are you guys collecting yourselves?
Yun lang, we watch the tape and we always try to improve. Sa practice, pinapanood namin yung game namin na natalo kami, and we always seek ways to improve as a team. So ayun lang, tuloy-tuloy lang improvement namin, and we're a very resilient team. So di kami papayag na tuloy-tuloy yung pagkatalo namin.
Just a quick follow-up, Coach. Looking at the score, masasabi ba natin gigil manalo ulit ang Quezon Huskers? Masasabi ba natin gigil manalo ulit ang Quezon Huskers?
Yes, we're very inspired, lalo na andito ang ating idol ng lahat, si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Ayan.
Alright, Coach, meron po ba kayo mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Yes, binabati po namin lahat ng mga tao po nandito, sumusuporta lagi sa Quezon Huskers. Maraming salamat po. Gayon din ang lahat mga nanonood sa social media platforms. Alam ko lagi sila nakasuporta po sa Quezon Huskers. Siyempre po ang aming mga team owners, Governor Dr. Helen Tan, Congressman Attorney Mike Tan, Bokal Doc Kim Tan, ang aming boss RD Ronel Tan, siyempre si Dr. Camille, si Malik, Kobe Calix, si Mayor Ralph Lim, aming team manager, Attorney Don Kapunan. Binabati ko na rin po lahat ng mga kababayan ko dyan sa Gumaca, Quezon. And siyempre, I will take this time to invite everyone who is watching. Punta po kayo sa aming Nyugyugan Festival, August 12 to 19 po yan. Makikita nyo yung kultura po namin and mga talento ng mga Quezonians. Kaya sana, supportahan nyo kami, manood po kayo, punta po kayo, and tara na po sa Quezon.
Maraming salamat, Coach Jeric Teng. And that's it for our halftime interview. Don't go away, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
at the break here between the Basilan Star Horse and the home team, the Quezon Huskers, who are up 41-23 at the end of the first 2 quarters. The Huskers have really been having their way on both sides of the floor here in this game against the South Division rival in Basilan. Jodel Fuentes coming up big time at the end of 2 quarters. 13 points on the board para sa kanya. You're looking at the numbers here, how easy it is for Quezon compared to Basilan in scoring in this game. You see the disparity in both makes and attempts. 38 attempts compared to just 31 for Basilan, and they made 18 of those 38. And they've done this by moving the ball around and forcing Basilan into 7 turnovers already. And aside from the fact that they've been making some shots from the outside, they've also done as much damage in the paint in this game against a Star Horse team that has been continually looking for answers sa laro na to. Again, Jodel Fuentes leading the way for Quezon with 13 points sa laro na to. And Will Gozum has backed him up with 8 points so far to match his total from their last game against Rizal. I expect him to play extended minutes in the second half compared to his previous games, as Quezon continuously puts him more into the thick of things in the next few games. Basilan, meanwhile, only led by James Tempras, 4 points. Concepcion, Cabagnot, and Navarro, all with only 3 points so far sa laro na to. Third quarter just about underway here. Both teams just came from their locker rooms. So let's see how those 2 huddles turned out to be para sa parehong koponan. Important for Basilan that they try and make a comeback attempt in the first maybe 3 or 4 minutes of this third period. They can't allow themselves to be in a deeper hole at this point, especially because they're playing on the road. It's going to be Gonzalez, Magbuhos, Fuentes, Sandagon, and Banal to start the second half para sa Quezon Huskers. Meanwhile, Basilan will begin things with Jimboy Pastoran, Adi Santos, Eman Calo, Jervy Cruz, and Alex Cabagnot. Third quarter now beginning here at the Lucena Convention Center. This is the main game of our Saturday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. That's Vince Magbuhos starting off things right para sa Quezon. That's a 3-pointer from the left corner.
44-23, and Quezon just picking up from where they left off, Abby.
Does it seem like they cooled down one bit?
Kaya nga.
And they're highly motivated to keep going here in this game. They are not bound to let up.
Yabanal to Sandagon. They go to Magbuhos. LJ Gonzalez will drive. The kick out to Jodel Fuentes. No good. Sandagon beats Cruz to the offensive rebound.
Wow.
And he powers through.
That's a young kid proving to Jervy Cruz that he can definitely compete. This was the miss, but see the way Sandagon fought for that rebound against the veteran. Three-point play completed there by Simon Sandagon. Now 9 points in the game for the former FEU Tamarao. This is now a 24-point lead para sa Quezon. And an early substitution here. Simon Sandagon coming out after completing that 3-point play. Gabayni coming in.
Joseph Gabayni, first time on the floor, no? Calo will launch it. It's been one and done para dito sa Basilan. Gonzalez runs into Pastoran. Referee Seb Pingol says no call there.
Yeah, Pastoran was hoping for an offensive foul, but referee Seb Pingol allowing the contact.
Grimaldo dribbled it off his foot. LJ Gonzalez Hirap siguro kalaban ng Quezon sa court, no?
Sobra.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
I think the score already will tell you that, Sidel. Just the way that they've been able to limit Basilan to just 24% shooting. They've already forced them into 7 turnovers and only committing 1 themselves. We're already in the third quarter.
And defense has been on point. The pace of the play, it's pretty difficult to keep up.
These players, they just have a complete understanding of what they're supposed to do on the floor. Alam nila na mabilis ang maging palitan ng tao, and so they're gonna give it their all each time they're on the floor. And that's been the formula for this league-leading defense that Quezon has played with the entire year, only allowing 66.7 points per game to their opponents all year round.
It's 49-23. LJ goes to Magbuhos sa corner 3. Masyadong malakas. Rebound ni Gabayni. Stripped by Calo. It's off Eman Calo. It will stay with Quezon. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Judel Fuentes to inbound. 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the third. LJ Gonzalez. They go to Judel Fuentes. A 3. Yes! What a game so far para kay Judel Fuentes. 16 points. After ditching the Kobe 6 orange shoes.
He did, yeah. But if you really notice, as we see Cabagnot make that basket, that's a much needed basket for Basilan. If you really notice how Quezon has been running their offense, nothing really special about it. Pretty basic execution, but they're doing it really well.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Meanwhile, on the side of Basilan, this has pretty much been the case the entire game. You know, a lot of their scorers trying to improvise on their made baskets.
I'm sure Coach Eric is happy right now watching this game. From Japan, I think.
Yeah, from Japan. Kasama ang ating kasamang si Coach Christian Luanzo.
Kasama pa ba natin yun? Sa dalas niyang wala dito.
Jet setter eh, no?
Kaya nga. Now, it's my turn, okay? Fuentes. It's my turn. I heard a lot. I heard him talk smack when I was on vacation. Now, it's my turn. Eman Calo nagmamadali para sa Basilan. Gets it to Grimaldo. Cabagnot, the extra pass to Pastoran. Down low to Adi.
That's the ball movement that's characterized the recent wins itong Basilan. So if they can get the ball to move that way again for the majority or the entirety of this third quarter, they have a good chance in the fourth.
Judel for 3. It's the front of the rim this time. 16 points para kay Judel Fuentes.
But of course, Basilan's got to couple that with a lot of stops.
Nice pass inside. Junboy to Adi.
Now, this is more like Basilan basketball indeed.
4 minutes gone by here in the third. LJ, Minerva, and Hierro will check in. Sa next dead ball, so is Enzo Hoson. Gabayni misfires. Magbuhos saves it to the outside. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nice drive going to the right by Pastoran, and then the wheel by Adi Santos underneath, making himself available for the pass.
Under 6 minutes remaining here in the third. 52-29. Pastoran to Grimaldo. The one-hander. No. Minerva able to secure the rebound. LJ Gonzalez. They clear the right side for LJ. He goes to Judel. Back to LJ. 12 to shoot para sa Quezon. LJ looking for Minerva. Good catch. Cabagnot on the help. Magbuhos has it. LJ for 3. Yes! LJ Gonzalez nails the 3 off a broken play.
Wow, I mean, even on those kinds of shots, luck has been on their side.
55 to 29. Cabagnot. Minerva is right there. Grimaldo loses the handle. Minerva is ahead. Masyado malakas sa pasa ni Judel. And he says sorry to RJ Minerva, who's been playing very well tonight. RJ Minerva. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Magbuhos with the emergency pass para kay LJ Gonzalez, and he hits from way downtown.
Sometimes I think he even shoots it better with the clock winding down.
Oh. LJ gets a breather. Binalik na si Topeng Lagrama. Much to the delight of the Quezon crowd. 7 of 21 from beyond the arc, and Quezon 2 of 16 for Basilan. Concepcion to Dagangon. Hierro is there. Dagangon, step through, got it off the glass. (55 to 31). Jodel Fuentes. Gozum goes to Topeng Lagrama. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lagrama makes his move. Corner three, and Joshua Hierro knocks it down.
Everything is just falling right now para sa Quezon, and they force another turnover.
And Jodel Fuentes eludes the defense of referee Efren Haganan and scores on the layup.
They're doing everything right. They're pressing all the right buttons.
Kahit na depensa na. Really, just comic relief, okay? Hindi sinasadya ni referee Efren.
Yeah, and you know, practically he's going to be part of the court anyway, so.
Yeah. You gotta see that again, how Jodel was able to elude the defense. Kaya 18 points na si Jodel Fuentes.
Basilan even electing the help of our referee to try and stop Jodel Fuentes, but to no avail.
Poson to Concepcion. Mid-range jumper is good. You gotta keep playing if you're Basilan.
Yeah.
You gotta keep playing.
There's still a full quarter to go, 3 minutes here in the third period. If they can chop this down to about 15 points heading into the final frame, then they're still going to be good in this.
Poson. Concepcion was open. Poson to Tempra, loses his footing, and it's back to Quezon.
I thought he could have taken the shot there. He was already in front of the basket.
But there's also the option of Sherwick Concepcion early.
Yes. And we just hit the shot, right?
12 turnovers para sa Basilan. Only 3 for Quezon. That's how good they've been here in this ballgame. Hierro to Minerva. Shoots the 3. Got it. When Quezon plays this well, hirap nilang kalaban. Concepcion, good closeout by Lagrama. And they miss Basilan. Topeng, the bounce pass. Minerva, no go. Hosso quickly to Navarro. And Topeng is whistled for the personal.
It's one of the rare times that they've had to stop the momentum here of Basilan on the break, because the Star Horse have been having a lot of trouble even trying to get some transition opportunities, but that's because they haven't really been able to rebound and force misses on Quezon.
Poson. That's a bad pass leading to this fast break para kay RJ Minerva. Happy birthday, RJ Minerva.
7 points in the game.
Concepcion comes right back and he misses the 3. 24 to 10 in the quarter. Basilan, this was a quarter na kinailangan nila makabalik, but again, Lagrama, yes! They save the loudest cheers for one of their own. Topeng Lagrama, night-night na daw, sabi ng isang fan.
1 minute and 30 still to go here in the third, but this is already more than a sizable advantage para sa Quezon. It's gonna be very tough for Basilan to get back in this. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's close to impossible.
There's Topeng Lagrama. Wow, bagsak si Navarro doon. No? He was carried all the way to the paint by Will Gozo.
That's left a lot of room for his man, Topeng Lagrama.
Night-night, akala ko para sa akin eh.
Bakit tinato ka na ba?
Late na eh. Anong oras na ba?
It's actually almost 10. Bedtime mo na ba, Sedel?
Oo naman. Ito, hindi pa niya bedtime.
Ay, hindi.
Ma'am Russell and Miss Marielle still watching
Oh.
right now.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, Marielle.
Nanonood pa sila. Grabe talaga si Miss. Akala ko naka-leave eh. Nagtatrabaho pa rin pala.
Si Miss Ras, alam mo yan.
May balita ako sa iyo, ma'am. Magandang balita. Mamaya, tatawag ako.
Si Miss Ras di tumitigil magtrabaho yan. Kahit nasa bahay.
Lagrama. For 3. Yes! And that's it. That's it for the third quarter. It's a third quarter timeout. I thought it was a game winner the way they sounded here.
I have nothing left to say.
Topeng Lagrama.
This is just insane. One of the craziest displays of offense we've seen from the Quezon Huskers, but they have coupled that with some very intense defense, the league-leading defense here in the league.
That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Basilan fans, okay lang. Masaya pa rin. Basketball naman to eh. 73-35. Dagangon. I like the way as Gab Dagangon's been attack-minded here in the third quarter.
He's been perhaps the lone bright spot here in the third for this hapless Basilan squad, who's only scored 12 here in the third, while Quezon has already scored 32.
No, inside, Tempra lost in the shuffle there. Depends on the Quezon, and they score. They look for Tempra looking to complete the three-point play. Calo with the feed.
And it really sucks for Basilan that it's happening in this game.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And free throw missed by Tempra. 37-73, Lagrama has 6 points in the game. Topeng wants to dance with Eman. A shake and bake to Magbuhos for 3. Yes! The Quezon Huskers.
I heard it was raining outside. It seems to be raining inside the venue as well.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Wow, what a quarter. A 35-point quarter para dito sa Quezon Huskers. And they are way ahead against Basilan.
Averaging only 31.7% from the outside this season. They now have 12 threes in this game out of 26 attempts. That's 46% from beyond the arc, and the lead is just so big right now para sa Quezon.
That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Uy, nasa TV tayo. Sa TV tayo, Avi. Yun.
Tayo ba yun?
Sila.
Sila.
We were just, I was just, minimimic ko lang para may script, di ba? Para may kwento. Siguro si...
Kasi yung kwento dito sa laro na to, para sa akin. Sorry, pero...
Tapos na to.
It seems to be over already.
What a show of firepower.
Earlier, we already saw such a dominant showing by Abra. We did not expect Quezon to also have this kind of beating against Basilan. In fact, I was expecting a close game.
Absolutely. Basilan needed a response after that loss to Bacolod, as Gabdagangon scored on the off-balance shot.
Yeah, and they were just caught flat at the start of this game, and Quezon did not anymore. They did not dare look back.
LJ for three, wide open. Ooh, missed it badly. Gabdagangon leans in, trying to kiss it off the glass. Ano mo nangyari dito, Javi? Again, this is, I think, harsh man pakinggan, but this is how ruthless the MPBL is. You don't show up for a game, you come out flat, and you get a beat down like this.
Exactly, and you know, it doesn't matter who you are or what you've achieved. These guys, especially teams like Quezon, they're out here trying to win ball games, and they're out here with a mission. They're not gonna try and step aside and just allow themselves to be dictated by the other teams here in the league. No, they will try their best to be the ones to dictate what they want to do on the court.
LJ to Will Gozum. That's a three from Will. I love it. I love what I'm seeing from Will Gozum. I'm happy for him.
Yep, that's exactly the kind of confidence that Quezon wants him to have back. That same old Will Gozum from the past that plays with a lot of passion.
That won't go para kay Jervy Cruz. Sandagon returns. Pagaran as well. 79-41.
Yeah, Quezon is doing this with everybody in the roster fielded in except for, I think,
Sevilla.
yeah, and Tagle.
Oo nga, wala pa si Eman Tagle dyan. It's an offensive foul on Judel. Naisan siya ni Eman. This is going to be a long drive back to Manila.
Oh, yeah.
Para dito sa Basilan. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Ooh. Tempra is whistled for the offensive foul. 79 to 41. Judel Fuentes already with 18 points in this ball game.
And that's what I was saying at the start of this coverage, how important it is for Basilan to be on their feet right away.
Now look at the battle there for the loose ball. That is as much as intensity I've seen in this matchup.
Yeah, and you know,
And Quezon is playing like they're down.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say. And you really hate to be on the opposite side when you're going up against Quezon, coming from an upset, coming from a painful loss. That game against Rizal, this is exactly how Rizal beat them in that last game. They came off with a hot start and they made sure that Quezon would not have any opportunity to get back. And this is exactly what they're doing here to Basilan.
Ang maganda lang doon, to end that ball game against Rizal, they were gaining momentum and they were getting better after a very, you know, probably a horrific first 2 quarters in that game.
Yeah, they were down 27 to 10 at the end of the first quarter. Down by 17 again, heading into the halftime break. And that lead just continued to dwindle as the second half progressed. Buti lang para sa Rizal. They built a sizable lead that was hard for Quezon to overcome despite that huge rally in the end.
And Mantagle for 3. Yes! 82 to 41. They double up the Huskers on the Star Horse.
14 threes in this game right now.
14 of 31. We've seen some incredible shooting here this season. The 21 sa Pasay. And here tonight, 14 para dito sa Quezon. And the clip almost at 50%.
And we've also seen San Juan's record get beaten by Batangas
Oo nga.
a couple of months ago.
Iba naman yun. Iba naman yun. Hirap naman yun kasi ilang player lang yung Cebu doon. And nag-challenge pa dito, Quezon. Sinasabi natin, Navi, parang sila pa yung naghahabol the way
Yun na
they're
nga eh.
playing right now.
That's been the standard of excellence that they uphold themselves to.
We'll be right back for the result of this challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul.
Challenge successful. And no foul. Tinamaan ng hangin.
Yeah.
So, even the challenge is successful here para sa Quezon.
Everything is going their way here on their home floor, by the way.
Limboy will fire. No. RJ secures the rebound and Judel Fuentes have the control here. Fuentes crossover. Minerva, the jumper. No. That's on Judel Fuentes and Tamsi will come back in. (82 to 41), 5:36 remaining. Bola pa pala ng Quezon dito. Tamsi, 3, yes! 15 of 32. Umuulan talaga ng tres dito.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to have more games here in this venue.
Oo nga. Oh! Referee Efren again, preventing a turnover. Sandagan secures the rebound and Eman Tagle gets it across. This is just the ideal home game, okay? Your homegrowns are contributing. Your team is up big. And the crowd is pretty much into it. Dagangon, 10 seconds in the shot clock. Alvarez, Barasi, and Sandagon trying to out-muscle each other. 85-41, Sevilla and Lagrama are coming in. Sandagon trying to test the D of Barasi. It's a turnover. They will give Topeng the last 4 minutes of this ball game. And if you're Basilan, this is just one game, okay? And you have many opportunities to bounce back still.
Well, lucky for them, this doesn't really, ride a lot of shockwaves. Yeah. In terms of their standing in the South, but obviously there is a need for them to reassess themselves after these 2 losses that they've had after that big win against Pampanga. Usually a team would ride momentum coming from a big victory, but Basilan has not been able to translate those last 2 games into wins. So now this is the right time. This is a very important time for them to see how they can improve and how they can try to rectify their mistakes. There's no time but now for them to do that.
3:10 remaining. 85-46 ang ating talaan dito. All over but the final score pretty much here. Tagle. Crossover. Eman Tagle. No good. Rims out para kay Eman Tagle. The foul on Minerva.
And they still continue to play defense here. Talking about Quezon.
2:48 left. Toronto Concepcion. Barasi getting some minutes here. Jimboy for 3. RJ Minerva collars the rebound. On the eve of his birthday, maganda ang performance ni RJ Minerva. Has 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Topeng, 3 on the way, yes! 9 points para kay Topeng Lagrama. Much to the delight of the Quezon crowd here. Sherwin for 3. That won't go. Final 2 minutes of this ball game. Quezon will tighten their grip of top spot in the South. Lagrama misses the 3. Alvarez leaking out, and Alvarez will score. That's his first basket of the game. Where do you go from here if you're Basilan? You move on as quick as possible.
Tama ka dyan. There is no room for them to try and grieve for these losses. They have to put one foot in front of the other and just make sure that they learn from the mistakes that they've incurred in these 2 very painful losses. A time for them to look at things positively in this regard.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop on the go speaker. Take your news. Personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
Michael Alvarez,
Ayun nga, no, here's the thing with Basilan, the manner of those 2 losses. Yun ang problema. Now, get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. So, kaya kailangan short-term memory ka agad dito. But also, you have to be mindful not to fall into the same mistakes.
Yun na nga eh. And halos pareho yung nangyari sa kanila in that game against Bacolod. And here in this game against Quezon, they really had a terrible start to both of these games. And they had a hard time playing catch-up. Dito talaga sinigurado ng Quezon na wala na talagang chance. Bacolod still gave them an opportunity to come back. They were able to make a rally in the second half. Pero dito, start ng second half, Quezon immediately going off and getting a bucket. And then Basilan turns the ball over at nagtuloy-tuloy na yun.
And turnover for Topeng Lagrama. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. Pasensya na kayo kasi nakita ko dito sa harap namin. Nangyari sa harap namin. But nonetheless, the Quezon Huskers take care of business here at home. And Mike Alvarez scores, but Basilan Star Horse with plenty to ponder. Quezon Huskers right back on track. After that loss to Rizal, they win big here at home.
If they are going to ponder on their mistakes, they have 4 long hours to do so on the way back home.
Yeah, and an outstanding game for Quezon just to regain their lost ground and probably confidence in that defeat to Rizal. That's all gone now. They quickly forget about it. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin, maybe Basilan can take a page out of Quezon's what happened to Quezon, but our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Judel Fuentes had an outstanding game, but we are giving it to Will Gozo.
Yeah, he was very effective in that first quarter in helping Quezon really set the tone and establish that advantage early on sa laro na to. He was very efficient, worked well with RJ Minerva, and the way that he impacted the game was very beneficial for Quezon in getting this big victory.
Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko nga ngayon si Will. First of all, congratulations. And Will, nakita namin hindi lang yung confidence ng team, pero yung confidence mo na talagang hinahanap namin. How were you able to bring out or bring back that A-game from you?
Yung trust ng coaches sa akin andon. Simula sa training, as in, lagi nila akong pinupush. So credits to them. Sobrang na-appreciate ko coming from injury. Siyempre, isang taon din ako nawala. Laging andyan naman sila to back me up. So ayun, sobrang thankful ako for them.
Also, anong masasabi mo sa iyong mga teammates, especially in that third quarter, na talagang na-push nyo yung inyong score?
Credits to my teammates kasi talagang yung depensa namin is sobrang kakaiba eh. Kasi pinapractice talaga namin yun since last week pa eh. Talagang pinaghahandaan namin kasi coming from loss. And isa pa yung head coach namin, si Coach Eric, wala ngayon, nasa out of country. So credits to him and kay Coach Richie na talagang pinupukpok kami sa training, go hard lagi kami. So yun, thank you.
And your next few games will be against San Juan and Nueva Ecija. Paano nakatulong itong larong ito para mapaghandaan ninyo yung mga next few games ninyo?
Sobrang halaga ng win na to sa amin kasi this month, yung schedule namin sobrang grabe. Like San Juan, then Nueva, then so sobrang tough teams lahat ng mga kalaban namin. But ayun kami, one game at a time kami. Focus muna kami next San Juan. Then hopefully maganda yung mapakita namin sa kanila.
And for sure, this game prepared you well enough. Do you have any greetings or shoutouts? Go ahead.
Thank you, Governor Helen Tan, Boss Ardy Tan, Kong Mike, Doc Kim Tan, and Mayor Ralph Lim. And hello kay Malik, kay Kobe, and happy birthday Erich. So ayan.
Once again, that was Will Gozum, our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And on Monday, we will be in Batangas for our triple header. Muntinlupa against Sarangani, Jensan against Mindoro, and Bacolod against Batangas City. So we resume on Monday dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. But for now, we wrap up this coverage. For my partner, Javi Palanya, our courtside reporter, Andrea Indicio, and in behalf of all the men and women making up our hard-working team, ito po si Dev Tupas saying good night from Lucena City, Quezon Province.